Hi everyone, Lewis here. I just wanted to say, wow,
Yay!
1,000 likes. That's very, very cool. I know for some people it's like, that's child's play. That's jump change. For me though, that's like head exploding. Very cool. So yeah, I wanted to say thanks to everyone who has liked the page and the show, and you guys fucking rock. So yay. Anyhow, I know that the show is a very slow-going process, being animated. Animation is slow in general, so I do the character stats every week, and try to keep content flowing. But today, I thought I would do some behind-the-scenes stuff, so to speak. It's on a computer, so it's not really behind any scenes, but you know what I mean. This is the wedding scene. This is the scene that's been going on for far too long, mostly due to certain things such as deciding to change a camera angle, which means a whole lot of stuff needs to be redone. This is the last shot of the sequence, but then there's another sequence, so it keeps going. Sometimes you get issues like this with their arms. Their arms start poking out over the top of their clothing. Easy way to fix that. Probably not the best way to fix it, but it's certainly, for the purposes of just one shot, what I'll do is I'll just go in and, just tuck that back. Imagine if we could do that in real life. Wouldn't that be cool? Just tuck back part of your body. It's like, oh, I don't like that bloody, that fat roll. Let's get rid of that. Just tuck it back. So there we go. Now it's behind her dress, which is a lot better, a lot more realistic. So that's cool. That's that problem solved. Now we need her to walk away. So I'll get the sound file, because it's just her sort of going, oh, because she's been in a bit of a social faux pas situation. And so she's a bit embarrassed and leaves. All right, so the sound should begin at 4350. And the sound file is in Shot 32's folder. There we go, now it's there. All right, so... And that's it. That's the sound. It's just a quick... Let's bring that in late, a little bit later, I think. I think it might be a little bit of a pause before she has that reaction. So we'll bring that in at 4375 maybe, instead of... Where are we? Oh, yeah, 4375 instead of 4350. Give her a second just to process before she reacts. Yeah, that's a lot better. Cool. Okay, so now we've got the sound. Let's animate. Let's animate the characters. So she is going to walk away. So we select her main. For God's sake. There we go. Got that. Cool. So select her main. Go back to the shot. Oh, the shot is shot 32. So she'd walk off at about 44:15. So keyframe that, and then move her out. So we'll just go back to sort of do that. That might pay to actually bring in the actual bar so we can see where that is in relation to her. Oh, bugger. I need to go back to the main layer. Move to the main layer. There we go. So we'll select the bar. Cool. And then we will add it to that layer we're using to animate on. Sort of just like a palette, like a paint palette. It's just, you're just using this layer just to do your animation. Once it's all done, you'll jump back to the main layer for rendering. So you know, it just makes it a bit easier to work with rather than having so many bloody things in the scene. It's a bit, you know, it gets a bit crowded. Alright, so now when we jump to perspective camera, we can see sort of how we're going. So there she is there. And 44, 15, so by 44. So she will have turned. So we'll just do the most basic movement, A to B, turn, and get the fuck out of there. Make sure that it's not going to, make sure it's linear, but this one will be flat. And probably in order to be able to watch this at some sort of decent speed so that we get a, you know, good idea of what it'll look like, we want to just have the most basic essentials in the shot. Now, this is what I was trying to do earlier, but it wouldn't work. So what I'll do is I'm just going to select just the most basic things. Oh, God. Because it's her hair and her necklace which are quite heavy and slow down the whole animation. So we just want to see... oh, bugger, I need the fucking... Alright, I know how to do this better. Select the whole thing. Remove that. We want that, though. We do not want that. We do not want that. And we do not want that. So, perfect. So what I do now is I go into I use a little button called Isolate Select. That's only going to show me now what I've selected. It's going to remove everything else out of the shot. This is very... Okay, that didn't... Oh, yeah. This is very handy for animating at a decent speed. So now you'll notice it's just what I had selected. Now I should go... We should turn and leave. Even that is still a bit slow. And we could probably speed it up if we remove the dress. If we remove the dress from the shot. Yes. Alright, so let's look at it on the shot. So she says... Okay, that's too fast. Way too fast. So let's extend the shot out. So let's go to 4,500, I reckon. And what we'll do, jump back to that. Because when she leaves, we wanted to have, you know, it's quite stilted. It's not like she's got a lot of, she's very, one of the few times you'll find that Claire is being indecisive. So her movement won't be exactly determined. There'll be a bit of, you know, hesitation. Oh, do I go? Okay, I'm going. What it does is when you put in a keyframe, it automatically puts in sort of a curve or like an ease. So when you get to that keyframe, it will actually ease into that keyframe as opposed to just going straight there and stopping. So sometimes you need to, you know, make sure that it's not going to do that. Right, that's probably a better speed. Let's have a look at what it looks like in the shot. Cool. So we've got a bit of slack there to work with, so we can have her maybe take a step back by about 44-33, I reckon. So bring it back more this way and have it back up a bit. Yeah, so back away. And then she'll go, yeah, that looks a little bit better. That looks a bit better. Let's see what that looks like in the shot. So, okay. Maybe a bit more stilted. More of a pause. So, she's like, do I stay? Do I stay or do I go bottom, bum, bum, bum? Thank you. Okay. Still feels too quick. Maybe we can drag this out a bit. Oh, you know what it is? It's the turn. It's not the movement. It's the turn because you have rotation that is separate to Rotation is separate to movement. Yeah, so you have a different layer for the rotation movements. So I'll go back to that, and so she won't turn. God damn it. No, it's too big. There we go. So keep her that way. Now she turns, maybe she'll turn about here. So I'll keep her that way, so. And then she's like, fuck this, I'm out of here. So she's like, oh, fuck all of you bastards. Fuck you guys, I'm out. So, turns. It's probably a lot better. We probably don't even see that, to be honest. I should decide if I'm going to pan with her, but I don't think so. I think she should leave the shot. Because she's the one who is out of place, so to speak, in the social sense of this scene. So I don't think the camera should move with her. I think it should stay stationary with the other people. It's a creative decision. Still feels like there should be more of a pause at that point there. So if we just pick up these keyframes and just stretch them out this way a bit, we might get that effect. Also, okay. Yeah, that's a bit better. We've got. I'll probably keep the Right, so let's see. Yeah, I like that. Cool. Okay, so that's the basic movement. So we should probably get her head movements, or actually, you know what? We'll get her main waist movements. You can do it two ways. You can work your way down from the head, from like the mouth being the pivotal point of the scene, and then you do the eyes, the head movement, the shoulder movements that go with what you've got with the mouth. Or you can go the other way if you sort of know if the body movements are more important. In this case, they are. Well, I think so anyway. So you work backwards or forwards. I mean, there's so many ways to do things in this program. You don't have to stick to any one rule. Whatever works best for you. Anyway, I'm not doing a tutorial. I'm just showing you what I do. So now this way, I kind of like doing it from here because then I just make this a bit bigger and then I can control it. So she'd have a bit of wow. Oh well. And she sort of go lean forward a bit, wouldn't she? When she's like, excuse me. So a bit of a lean forward a little bit there. Now I've gone past it. Yeah. And then maybe I need to give that more time. She'll be like, wow, bucket this, I'm gone. Yeah, take that step back, and then fuck this. This is ridiculous. She's thinking, oh my god, I'm such a dork. She's thinking, poor Claire. Yeah. Okay. Not the best, but not the worst. Like, that's the thing. I mean, you have people who are amazing animators who know exactly how to do walk cycles and all those things. I'm mediocre. And so really it's just a case of making it look as pretty as I can, or as, doing what I can, sort of like, as long as the shot looks good and, it doesn't look too stupid with the, the walking. Like, I'll obviously put a bit more into this. Cool. I think that's okay. Hang on, what's that? That looks stupid. That's the turn. Might be a bit much. So another way you can do this is you can bring up what's called a graph editor. You can see all the bits and pieces you're doing. What's that? What's that? Is that both? Oh, look at that. That's why. That little yucky bit there. So get rid of that one frame, and I think that might... It's probably on other ones too. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, look at that. I don't want that. Go away, you. She looks like a Thunderbird. This is my problem. You know, I mean, we all have our strong suits. Mine is not walk cycles, I'm afraid. So I do my best to sort of mask it, or either use some motion capture, off-the-shelf motion capture file. If anyone out there's a good walk cycle person on Maya, hit me up. Right, so let's do her head. And I'll form the head. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Freezes. I think she put her head down a little. Then she'd turn. She'd be like, well then. I'll be off. Cool, let's do the eyes. In fact, let's do the mouth. Cool, eyebrows. Now for this, we'll just go right into her face cam. Alright. So she'd be like confused. So eyebrows would be pushed together for confusion. So it's like, hold on. In fact, she's already confused, so raise them up, get these two parts here. What the hell? That's what Claire's thinking. Eyebrow in. No, I don't want your eyebrows. I just want to control them. What the hell? Bring these up a bit more. That one doesn't know why it's coming up. Right. No. Let's go normal. Eyebrows go normal. Jump to 14. Do-do. And then select, I don't know, select everything to 14. And then, what did they do? Bring it down a few frames. So there we go. Closes her mouth. And then I think there should be another little pause before she moves away. So select everything there, and do the exact same thing with all that. Bring that down just a bit. So now it might look a bit better. So let's bring that in. Let's look at that. Oh Jesus! What have I done? Her eyebrows came off. Her eyelashes have come off. Oh no! We don't want that. I don't think they're supposed to have any keyframes. That's probably why I think they got selected and they had keyframes. So that's probably why. I need to remove them. Get here and then delete these. Get out of here. You know what I mean? No. Why are you... Excuse me. Get the... Stay with the bloody model. There we go. Crisis averted. So... Yes! That's great. That's great. I like that. I get excited over silly things. So... Yes! Oh, that was good. That was good. That was good. Let's just do the eyes. I don't even want to change anything. Just the eyes. She's looking at the bartender. So let's bring the bartender back in. Mr. Nick Hamblin is his name. Oops. I need to go to the special one. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, don't know why she's looking over there. It's the wrong bloody direction. She should be looking here. Here he is. So she's like... Oh, God. Excuse me. Should we look that way? Yeah. Oh, of course. Those bloody keyframes I put in on everything. Yeah. Yeah. There is a way I can do this, which is a lot easier, where you can attach the eyeballs to a a controller, and they'll stay there regardless of what the body does. But I don't know, silly. You run into some problems with that, with the way the eyebrows turn and stuff when you want to control them independently. Right, so she would look away, I reckon. She'd be like... She'd look down. She'd feel stank. Poor Claire. Yeah. And then she'd glance up one last time. Silly Claire. And then she'd look away. Oh, hi, Dottie. Hello. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Do you want... That's these they want. So one for Dottie. Oh, and Lily. One for Lily. One for Dottie. My dogs. Good girls. Off you go. Back to this. So, should go. Oh, well then I'll leave. Yes. Brilliant. Freaking brilliant. So to look at what you've done, you can do what's called a Playblast. So let's do that. Get rid of all the controllers. Put some of the lighting back into it. And let's just do a Playblast. See how it looks. Runs through the whole scene. You just wait for it to load. I think we've got this. So what I'll do with another character that's just not really actually doing much in the scene is I'll just sort of arbitrarily move them just a little bit, just so it looks like they're alive. Now I need to move around the background people. These lot, they're going to be blurred out because of the large depth of field, but you'll still kind of see them. So, as if they're all having a very jolly time. This guy here is clearly hitting on all these chicks. I don't know who the hell he is, but clearly he thinks he's something special. I sound very salty, don't I? Salty at my own models. That's certainly something a bit wrong there. Just basic body movements, just background, just so they don't look dead or like they're statues. Like I say, it'll be blurred anyway, but you will be able to sort of notice if none of them are moving. And this is all for a 150 frame shot, which equates to about, what does it equate to? It equates to about, if it's 25 frames a second, 4 seconds, 6 seconds. This is all for 6 seconds of. So you can see why it takes quite a while. This is just the animating part, the rendering. Don't get me started on the rendering. So if we look at our render, yeah, that looks good. Make sure we're going to be rendering the right frames. In this case, it is 4350 to 4500.
Fast?
Almost. Save this. I need to start cooking dinner.
You don't need to worry about that. What, 16?
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's bloody.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
6:30, 7 o'clock's fine, isn't it?
That's my wife. She puts up with all this animating that I do.
We'll be live.
No, but I'll be putting this on. This will be going into a video that I'm putting on the page.
You're deleting this part, aren't you?
Sure. So now, I will send this to another of the computers in this office. Another of the, the computers, the rendering computers. And one of them will render this shot out. Some of them are rendering other shots, and that is pretty much how you. It's pretty much the process of rendering the shots. So yeah, I'm sorry, of animate. It's the process. That's the process of animating the shots. So I hope you enjoyed watching. I imagine it was incredibly boring. Maybe not, but yeah, there you go. Bit of insight.